Hey guys. Okay, so I'm really hoping that this works out because this is the first time I am using this stand. So what I'm gonna do is just really quickly share this live in the Facebook group, and then once we get a few people hopping in, we will get started. So today we're gonna be working on a buffalo plaid tutorial. I've had a few people request this tutorial, so I know it's taken me a little while to do it, but hopefully you guys are still interested in learning how to do the buffalo plaid. And maybe you'll learn a few new tips and tricks today. And yeah, if you haven't done it and you want to learn and just do this with me right now, then go and grab your materials and everything, and I'll go through the list of what we're gonna need, and then maybe you can just do it with me while we do this live. And let me know if this whole setup and everything works for you, because like I said before, this is the first time I'm trying this new stand. So I purchased this new stand on Amazon, and today's the first day that I'm using it, so hopefully it works out. I'm not sure if I even have it angled the right way, but as long as you guys can see what's going on, then I guess that's all that matters, right? So of course my iPad is taking a little while to load the page, but while you're here waiting for me to get started, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe to my channel so that you can be a part of my Facebook group, lives, and lives here on our YouTube channel. Welcome, thanks for joining me, and almost there, posting. Okay, all right, so it's officially posted in the Facebook group, and I guess we could get started. All right, and I want to just pull it up on my end so that I can see it, because since I have the phone like above me, it's a little bit hard to see, so I'm pulling it up in front of me as well so that I can see what you guys see, and I know that I'm in frame here. All right. Let me see if I can tilt this a little bit better. Hey guys, I'm sorry I'm putting my hands all in the picture right now because I just want to make sure that you guys get a good view. Okay. Ugh. Okay. I think that's it. I'm gonna stop fussing with it and hopefully you guys can see. All right, so really quickly, I just wanna go over the, and sorry, I have a little ants here on my table. Okay, so these are the supplies that you are going to need to do a buffalo plaid. So of course you're going to need your tumbler, which I've already prepped. I sanded it, washed it off. I have my black, I have my red, and then I've already pre-mixed some black and red for my mix color. So with a buffalo plaid, you want to make sure that you have your two colors, and it could be any color of your choice. It could be purple and black, it could be purple and pink, it could be whatever. And then you're going to want to do like a really nice mix of the two, and that is really up to you, like how you want it mixed. So you could have more red, more black, or whatever color you chose. So this is my mix, and I just went ahead and just pre-mixed it ahead of time, and then I put it in this little jar for safekeeping. And then the colors we're using today is Ruby Slippers, and of course this is from Elle's Glitter. You can find my shop on Etsy. And then this is Starry Night, and this is also on Elle's Glitter. You can find us on Etsy, and I'll link all of this in the description down below, and I will link our shop also in the description. The Mod Podge I use is the dishwasher safe gloss. I like this Mod Podge. You can use any other Mod Podge. I don't think there'd be any difference in the type of Mod Podge, but this is the one I like. I find it's the easiest to work with. But yeah, that's the one we're going to be using today. And then you are going to need a paintbrush. Ideally, I like to have a little bit of a softer paintbrush, but honestly, I ran out of the type that I like, and I had this one. So this is what we're gonna be using today. I think it should work fine, but yeah. Ideally, I like to have the bristles a little bit softer, but this should work out pretty good. And then you're gonna wanna have your tape. So this is the tape we're using. It's like your regular masking tape or painter's tape. This is the brand, you can see it right here. And then I wanted to have it a little bit thinner because since we're using a 20 ounce, I didn't want the tape to be too thick. And that's it. That's all you need. So what I'm gonna do now is just move all of this stuff out of the way, and we are going to get started with taping off our tumbler to create the lines and the squares, because with buffalo plaid, you know, we need to have that pattern. So I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to take my tumbler, and if you need me to move the phone further away, then definitely let me know. So basically what I'm going to do is take a really long piece of tape, okay, like super long, because what I'm going to do is stand up the tumbler. You see that line inside of the tumbler? I'm going to use that as my guide. That is going to help me keep the line straight and guide me as to where I want the tape to go. And I'm going to put the tape right in the middle of the tumbler. Let me stand up so I can see. Okay. So, and the reason why I'm making it, let me turn it to the side so that I guess you guys can see a little bit better. So remember, I made the tape super long, and the reason why I did that is because I'm gonna put it over the top, okay? And I wanna make sure that it's even on both sides. I'm going to put it over the top, and I'm eyeballing this. Okay, I'm not doing any like measurements or anything like that. So if it's slightly off, that's okay. But we are wanting to keep it as close to the middle as possible. So once I have it on here, what I do is I tear the middle piece. Okay, no worries. We're gonna get this good on here. Okay, and then I'm gonna tear off this piece on this side. And I'm gonna just look at my tumbler, make sure I have it centered and lay it down. And then I go from the bottom, from the top of the tumbler down to the bottom and smooth it out. Okay, then we do the same thing, and I gotta move this stupid paper from my way. Okay, and then we're gonna go to the other side and do the same thing. Just make sure it is even. Straight line, nice straight line. Smooth it out from the top and make your way down. Okay. All right, so now we have two tapes. We have one on one side and one on the other. And I like to keep it on the inside because it's easy to pick off and take off when we need to. And these extras on the bottom, you can just cut them off. We don't need that. So we could just cut it and throw it away. And I'm gonna just move this up just a little bit. Just so we can see a little bit more, because I think we need a little more visibility here. Okay. All right. So now that we have both of our pieces laid down, okay, what I'm going to do now is take another piece of tape, another piece, really long, just like the other one. And I'm going to place it diagonally, okay? So now we're gonna make an X. And I'm gonna take the tape, okay? And this part can be a little bit tricky. Just take your time. There's no rush in this, okay? And this part is crucial. Once you get the tape down, you're pretty much good to go. So I wanna make sure that there's equal space on this side as there is on this side, okay? And I like to base off the width of my tape. So depending on how wide the tape is, that's how wide I want my space to be. So that looks good right there. So what I do is I just lay it down, okay? Start with one side here. Pull it so it's nice and straight. Smooth it out from the top down to the bottom, okay? Turn it around on this side. Make sure that the line is nice and even and straight. Smooth it out. All right. Come back to the top. Stick it in there. And now we're gonna do the other side, okay? So we're gonna get another long piece of tape. Gonna cut it off and do the same thing. So now we have, remember we have our middle tape, okay? We have our diagonal that we just put, and now we're going to put the last piece of tape here and just put it right in the middle of those two pieces of tape that we just put down. Make sure it's even. And again, make sure that you have an even line. And now it's gonna be a little bit tapered on the bottom because this tumbler is a little bit tapered. So it's not very, very noticeable, but it's slightly smaller on the bottom than it is on the top. So when you do put your tape down, that, you know, you wanna make sure that you take into consideration the spaces on the bottom will be a little bit thinner than the spaces on the top, but that does happen and it's not a big deal. Okay, just going and making sure that it's as even as possible. Okay. All right. So now that we have our vertical lines, now we can go and start laying down our horizontal pieces. So grab your tape, okay? And I like to start from the top. So what I do here now, and I'm gonna just cut this piece off. What I like to do at this part is kind of visualize the amount of space I need here. So, and then what I like to do is leave the top open. So I kind of eyeball where I want the next piece of tape to be, which is over here. Okay. The width of this space is almost identical to the width of the tape, okay? So that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that your squares are as even as possible. You can go and take a tape measure, you can measure your squares and do it that way, or, you know, whatever you're comfortable with. And this is how I like to do it. Take your time going all around the tumbler, making sure that you keep your tape nice and straight, okay? Your squares are nice and even. And your spaces are even. And then once you get it lined up with your beginning tape, then you can just go and cut it off, okay? So that's our first piece of tape, and we're gonna just go and do that all the way down. And I like to start where, you know, I like to start on the same line. So what I do, same thing here, kind of just put my tape here so I know where I want the space to be. And it's a little hard doing this on camera, but hopefully these lines are straight. Okay. All right. I'm gonna sit down so I can see the tumbler a little bit better, because I'm looking through the screen so that I can see what you guys see. Yeah, so I'm gonna start right here. And just place my line down and try and keep the spaces as even as possible. And I'm kind of rushing through this because my daughter is sleeping and I don't want any interruptions. So hopefully I can get the tape part down for you guys, so at least you can see how to tape it. And if you missed the first part of this live, then it's gonna be here on YouTube so you can see it and replay it and watch it again. I'm trying to move a little bit fast so that we can get started on the glittering part. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Like I said, I'm kind of moving a little bit fast here, so it may not be perfect, but I wanted to get this up for you guys. All right. Ooh, I gotta fix this. Okay. All right, so here you can see that this square on the bottom is a little bit longer than these other ones. So what I'm gonna do is make like a rim of glitter here on the bottom. I'll leave this for last and then fill it in. So what I'm gonna do is just apply my tape here just to give this a little bit of space and even out that square. These spaces here on the bottom. Okay. So now that's the last piece of tape. I'm gonna just squish it down here. Probably should have done this first, but that's okay. I'm just gonna leave this here for now, and then that's it. So we actually just finished the tape part. This is what it's gonna look like when you're done taping off your tumbler. Give me a minute. I'm gonna bring the baby down, and then we'll move on to adding our glitter. So just hold on a minute. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so we're back. I'm just gonna sit her here next to me while I finish this up for you guys. Okay, all right. I'm not seeing any comments. I don't know if you guys are commenting or if it's just because, I don't know, there's something wrong with my phone. But I think now we can bring this a little bit closer now that we're gonna do the glittering part. Hey girl, what's up girl? All right, and I'm sorry, I'm getting over like this cold. So I'm a little bit sniffly and I sound a little nasty. So I apologize if you hear my deep breathing and sniffles. All right. So now we're gonna get started with the glittering part, and we are going to start. So the first squares you're gonna wanna lay down is your darkest color, or the color that is not the color you want to stand out the most. So when we're doing a red and black buffalo plaid, you want your red color to stand out. So you want to start with your black. Like I said before, the black we're using today is called Starry Night, and you can find this in our shop on Etsy. And I will link that down below once we are done with this tutorial. So I'm gonna just open up my Mod Podge here. And I forgot to go grab a cup. So what I'm gonna do is just pour a little bit of Mod Podge here in the little cap. Take my paintbrush, make sure I open up my glitter because we're gonna need that open. All right. And now I'm just gonna start filling in my squares with my Mod Podge. And I like to go row by row. So I start right here, and this part is the easiest part. You just fill them in, okay? Now that's why I say usually I like to have a softer brush, because I feel like it leaves less lines and it gives better coverage. But this is what we have, this is what we're working with today, so that's what we're gonna do. So you just wanna go ahead and paint your squares with your Mod Podge. Move fairly quickly so it doesn't start drying. Once you've gotten your row, I'm gonna just angle this. You can sprinkle on your glitter. Okay, so that's what we have. That's our first line. And we just move on to the next one. It's super simple. Once you get your tape down, the rest is a little bit tedious, but it's really easy to do. And I've been dying to get this video up for you guys. I'm very sorry that it took me this long. I have mentioned it quite a while ago that I wanted to get this up. So that's our second row. And we're gonna go in with our black again. Okay. On to our third row. What happened, baby? You see, mama? This first set of squares, super easy. You don't have to worry about anything. It's as we get further on, it gets a little bit more tedious, and you really have to take your time, and you'll see why when we're done with this first set of squares. You'll see where it takes a little bit longer and why. So you can see it's moving fairly quickly, and I'm not worried about any of the spillage right now because we're only working with the one color. Okay. So as you can see, we're working with the stainless steel base, and so this black is super high coverage. Like I said before, you can pretty much go in and use any color you'd like when it comes to buffalo plaid. You don't have to do the standard red and black or white and black. You can do any colors you'd like to mix and match. But when you're using a stainless steel base, you want to make sure that whatever color you use is more of a higher coverage glitter. It's opaque. Because the more translucent the glitter is, the harder it would be to cover that stainless steel. So this Starry Night is your true black. However, it is still reflective and highly sparkly under epoxy. A lot of black glitters turn into tar when you add epoxy to them. This one does not. This one stays super, super sparkly. There is no need to add silver glitter. I know a lot of people do that as a fix for their black glitters that don't sparkle. They like to add silver glitter to it to create that sparkle. This one does not need any silver glitter. It is sparkly on its own, and it is sparkly under epoxy. And that's one of the reasons why I love this one. High coverage and super sparkly. That's what we like here at Elle's Glitter. And if you are about high coverage and super sparkly, then give this video a thumbs up. Let me know you're all about that high quality glitter. Okay. All right, guys, so that was it. We just got all of our black done. Okay, so let me just see if I can get a better angle here. Okay, so this is what we have. This is what it looks like. Angelica, yes, this is ours. All of the glitter that we use here is my glitter. It is from my glitter shop. You can find it on Elle's Glitter. This is one, it's called Starry Night. This is your true black. You can see that sparkle. This black does not have any silver in it. The reflection you see is the actual light reflecting off of the black glitter itself. And it does not dull under the epoxy, which is awesome. So, okay, so this is what we have now. So what I'm gonna do, grab myself another piece of paper, put it over here so I can stand up the tumbler. Okay, and I'm gonna just pour a lot of this glitter back in the bottle here. And then we're gonna remove our vertical tape. And I'll show you in a minute how that's done. Okay. All right. So this is what we have, like I said before. Now what we're gonna do is remove the vertical pieces of tape. Now, if you remember, I added this strip of tape last. So I'm going to remove this tape now as well. So that I can get the vertical tape. We might retape it or might leave it like that. We'll see. Okay. Now from the bottom, I'm gonna just grab the one that's on top. Oop. Okay, let's see. Which one is it? Okay, this one here. Sorry, guys. Oh, that one's not it either. Oh, sorry, y'all. Let's get this open. Just opening up all the tapes on the bottom. My bad. I made a mistake. Yes, baby. Sorry, we're not gonna remove these yet. We gotta remove these over here. Wait. Don't pull that. My daughter got me all kind of confused. Okay, so let's look to see where we started here. Here we go. So we're gonna pull these off, our horizontal tapes. Letting the black glitter just fall on this paper here. Finding all of the pieces of tape where they line up. Let's see, where's this one? What is that? Yummy? Is that yummy? Okay, here they are. When you do lives, you have all the bloopers and everything. All the background noise, all the bloopers, everything is videoed. Real life, non-edited. So hopefully you guys can appreciate the realness here. And let's find that. Okay, here it is. Just looking for the cut lines so I know where to pull off the tape from. And my daughter's eating. Clearly, you can hear her enjoying her snack. I was prepared. So what I'm gonna do is hopefully get this back down here. And don't worry, I will fix up all of the little nicks you see. Oh my goodness, that sounds so yummy. Okay, so now we have all of our, so now we have all of our horizontal tapes removed, okay? And we're going to go in with the mixed glitter. So the one that we're gonna be using now is the one that I already pre-mixed. It has my red and my black already mixed together. Your mixed color, you want to have it top and bottom, okay, left and right. So we're gonna start with all of the squares that are open, top and bottom, okay? And that's what we're gonna do, and that's where we're gonna put our mixed glitter. So I'm gonna just put this to the side so I can clean up this paper a little bit more. Put some of this back into my black glitter bottle. And now we're gonna go in with the mix. Okay, so let me just open this up and get this ready for you guys so you can see. This is how I decided to mix it. You can either put more black, more red, whatever colors you decide to mix together. I like to have it so that it's kind of even. You can still see the red, but you see a lot of the black as well. And I literally just mixed this before I started the live. Yeah, babe. Okay, it's good. You want me to give this to me? Eat your snackies, okay? Okay, so remember, wherever your darkest color is, you're gonna go in with your mixed color, top, bottom, okay? Left and right. So right now we have only the top and bottoms exposed. So we're gonna go in, grab your paintbrush again, and just start going in with some Mod Podge. This one takes a little bit more time because you want to make sure now you have the black glitter here. So you're going to start very slowly making your way up and just guiding that Mod Podge down. So I start from the top and then I'll move it. Hopefully you guys can see. Start from the bottom and try my best to even out that Mod Podge as best as possible so it's not so clumpy. And now this one, I don't do the whole entire row. I'll do like 2 or 3 at a time. And again, I'm not worried about the fallout from the black glitter because we're going in with the mix and there's black in the mix anyway. And I know it looks kind of messy now, but when we're done, it's gonna look so beautiful. Okay, so now I've done 3 and now I'm gonna sprinkle my mix. Okay, and there we go. So now we have our mix down and we're gonna go and just do that all around all the open spaces. This bottom line, I'm gonna leave open because I'm gonna go in with like a gold color at the all the way at the end. Once we've done all the squares, I wanna leave this one completely open. So I'm gonna go in with a gold. I've actually seen that before. I love the way it looks. So instead of leaving it silver, I wanna add gold glitter to the bottom. I think it looks so pretty to have that as an accent color. So that's what we're gonna do. Ooh, I'm daring. I'm doing the whole entire row. And you see there's a little nick there. I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna go back in and cover that up a little bit later. Right now I wanna focus on just getting the colors laid down. And if I need to add a second layer of glitter, I will go in and do that. Trying to move fast here because Aria's awake now and I really want to get this done for you guys. What happened? Oh no. You see, Mama, what Mommy's doing? Yeah. Hmm? You are so messy. Oh my gosh, girl. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Hold on, baby girl, hold on. Here. Okay, we have one more row to do for this, and then we'll go and take off. Now we'll go and take off our vertical tape. And here it gets even more trickier with the mixed color, and I'll show you as soon as we're done and we peel off our tape, you'll be able to see why it gets just a little bit more tricky. I really wish Arya napped for longer. She used to be such a great napper. Not anymore. Okay, so we've done all of the top and bottoms. I'm gonna just put this to the side, put my glitter back in here. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna go in and remove our vertical tape. So. Give me a minute, baby. All right, so I want to make sure I don't touch where the glitter is. So I'm just peeling off all the old tape here. And then we're gonna go in again with our mixed color. Let me just take this and throw it away. Give me a minute, baby. This? Okay. All right. So I think I'm gonna go in with the piece of tape again around the bottom here, because I want to make sure that I keep that line where I want to put the gold. I want to keep it nice and crisp. So let's just pick up the camera a little bit. So I'm taking just a small little piece of tape and I'm just gonna go around the bottom of the tumbler here and just add that tape back to the bottom. I wanna keep it so that it doesn't get, the line doesn't get messed up, because I'm gonna go down here, I'm gonna add the gold glitter at the end. So I'm just adding this for a little bit of security here. Keep the line nice and crisp. Okay. We got it. Now I'm just gonna smush it down. Like how I added that there. Okay. So now, this is where it gets interesting. So we're still on our mixed color, okay? But remember how I said you want the mixed color to be above, below, left, and right of your darkest or, darkest color. So you can see, since we pulled it up, we don't have any more squares to kind of guide us. So we really have to take our time with this and kind of create the squares ourselves. So with that same paintbrush that I've been using with the Mod Podge, I'm going to start down here at the bottom and just really take it nice and slow here, okay? Right where the line kind of starts, and dragging it down, okay? I'll do that for a few spaces. Making it as even as possible. Then you can go in with your mixed color and do that all around. Okay, can you guys see? Okay, right there is better. And I know, like I said before, it looks hella messy, but at the end, when you're done, it will look better. Okay, so that was the bottom part, and that was a little bit easier to do because we had the tape down here. So now remember, we're going left and right of our darkest shade. So we're not gonna go here because we have our mixed color. So we're gonna go right here, again, left and right of our darkest shade, and start creating our squares. Very, very carefully. See that? Okay, that excess that's there, it's not gonna stick. That's just sticking onto the tumbler. If I blow it, it'll go away. So don't worry about that, because at the end of this, I'm gonna go blow out any excess that I may have. And we'll have some clean lines. Now I'm going one by one, really taking my time, and this is like the most time consuming. What happened, babe? Anything that's sticking to the tumbler that doesn't have any Mod Podge, that's all gonna go, okay? It's not gonna stay. I'm just trying not to blow any of the glitter. I don't wanna make too big of a mess. And remember, we still have to go in with our red, and that really ties everything together. The black and the mixed color always kind of keep the tumbler looking dark, but then once we put our main color in, which is the red, that's really gonna tie in everything super nicely. And so we've completed our first line. Now we're gonna go in beside the other black and just do the same exact thing. I had mentioned before that I like the paintbrushes with the softer bristles, and this is where that really helps, having a softer bristle. But we're making do because I worn out all of my other paintbrushes and I have to buy more, so I had to use this one. The good thing I like about it, at least the size of the bristle is kind of like the width of the squares, so it really helps keeping it the same size you need it to be. Give me a minute, let me tend to this little babes next to me. You need me in my life difficult, girl. Come on. Okay. So, trying to go fast, guys, so bear with me. I know I have a lot going on here in the background, which is why I always second guess going live, because there's always something going on in this house. So I definitely feel like I'm rushing a little bit through this one, but hopefully it still comes out as pretty as all my others. What, babe? Okay, sorry about that. Here we go. Okay. Next line. Okay, so we have 2 more rows to do, and then we're gonna go in with our red, and then we're done, at least with the plaid part, the first part of this. So I was thinking, and let me know if you think that this is a good idea, because I do have another separate Tumbler shop, which is where I sell my tumblers and t-shirts and all that good stuff. But I love doing lives for you guys, and I know a lot of you guys like the different tumblers that I do, especially the ones that I like to experiment with. So I was thinking, would it be a fun idea if for all the tumblers that I do a live, I also do like a sale or some sort of like raffle giveaway for that tumbler? So like whenever I do, like let's say I finish this tumbler and it's gone and it's finished, I do a like raffle, like, oh, whoever would like to, I don't know, purchase this tumbler, or we can raffle it off for like $2 or $5 a ticket. Would you guys be into that? Like, I know a lot of you guys are tumbler makers as well, so you may not be into that, but I do have a lot of people in the group that are like nail technicians and don't make their own tumblers, so maybe they'd be interested in something like that. I thought it'd be kind of fun to kind of give away or do like a raffle giveaway for a tumbler that I did on a YouTube live. So let me know what you think about that, if you think it's a good idea or not. So we have one more line to do. I need to just put my glitter back in its little jar. Okay, sorry, I didn't realize that I had lost frame for a minute. Okay. So we're done with our last row for our mixed glitter color, and I just have such a huge mess. So what I'm gonna do now is just clean up this little area right here. I wanna get ready because now we're gonna go in with our red color. And I'm gonna clean off the paintbrush that I'm using. Move this off to the side because I don't want to contaminate my red glitter. I want to keep my red as pure red and vibrant as possible. So let me go clean off this brush really quickly, and then we'll go in with our red glitter. And oh, and also what I'm gonna do is, because you can see there's a lot of kickoff with the glitter, I'm gonna go take this outside as well. After I clean off my brush, I'm gonna go and blow off all of the excess glitter, and then we'll go in with the red. So I went ahead and blew off a lot of the excess. You can see it's mostly cleared off. There's a few parts that are like a little bit not straight. Not worried about it because I've been going so freaking fast with this guy here that I know it's not going to be 100% perfect, but I just wanted to show you guys the technique and how it's done. When you're doing it, you want to take your time and not have 100 other things to do. So let me just clean off the brush and we'll get started with applying our red, and then we'll be done. Alright guys, alright, so I went and cleaned off my little brush. You can see it's nice and clean. I have the red, and the red we're going to be using today is called Ruby Slippers. It is our laser holographic red. You can also find this in the shop. These shaker bottles I have them in are a little bit smaller. They're 2-ounce shaker bottles. Now, depending on the density of your glitter will determine how much you can actually keep in this jar. A lot of the standard size shaker bottles you'll see holding glitter are usually 4-ounce jar sizes. And then those can hold a lot more. So like if you have lighter, fluffier glitter, you won't be able to fit enough glitter in here for your 2 ounces. But with your extra fine glitter, Jesus, hold on a minute. Girl, go outside. Let's go. No. Let her out. Go outside. Alright guys, I told you live is unfiltered. Shh, Ari, please. Okay, so let's see how fast I could get this part done, because as you can see my house is going crazy right now. So I'm gonna just go in, start here. It's all right, babe. She's outside. She's using the bathroom. As close to perfect as possible, we're gonna go in with our red glitter. Shh. Hey, shh. Hey, welcome to this crazy live. I have so much background noise going on right now, so thank you so much for joining, and I apologize for any of the craziness you might hear going on right now. I tried to go live while my daughter was napping, but she woke up, so unfortunately There's some noise in the background and things going on with the dog and the baby and all that stuff, but I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you can make it. So what I'm working on right now is a buffalo plaid tumbler. And if you missed the beginning, no worries, you could still catch the rest of it. And I apologize, this looks like a freaking hot mess because I've been moving so fast. But I really just wanted to get on here and show you the technique. If you take your time and not move as fast as I was moving to try and get everything on the live for you guys, it will come out a lot more perfect. I promise you, I'm not amateur at this. I've been doing this for a long time. However, trying to rush is never a good thing. So hopefully you guys kind of get at least the technique down. I know it's not the prettiest buffalo plaid I've ever done. But what we're getting from this is just a technique, how to tape it off, how to glitter it, and hopefully you guys can execute your buffalo plaid. But there we go. So that's our first layer of red. And you can kind of get the idea of what it's going to look like once we're done. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go up in the row here super quickly right now. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Mommy. Yeah, it's just an airplane. Mommy. It's just an airplane, my love. Careful. Any missing spots you see, I'll be going in with the second coat over all of this anyway. And I'll be sure to fill all those gaps in. If you're enjoying this tutorial, let me know. I feel like this has been such a fail right now. But if you can appreciate this mom life tutorial, definitely let me know. Because I'm feeling super anxiety right now. I'm getting over a cold. I was sick for a little while there. I'm still kind of like sniffling, so I apologize for all of my disgusting sniffles as well. Ariana is, and then I get a bunch of phone calls to my phone as well. So there's just so much going on today, guys. And I'm really sorry. I really wish that my lives were less complicated. And I didn't have to rush through them or cut them short. I might try and plan just to do some like pre-filmed tutorials. I think might be a little bit better because then I can kind of edit out all of the mush in the background. Thank you guys so much for all the love and inspiration and motivation. you guys give me to go live. You guys love them no matter all the craziness in the background. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. So what I was saying about the shaker bottles before I got cut off was that I do have some blank empty ones available. I haven't put them up because I did buy them 2 ounces, and ideally a lot of people use the 4-ounce sizes because they fit a lot more glitter inside of them. But if you wanted me to list them on the shop, the ones that I have available, I have quite a few available of the 2-ounce sizes. If you guys wanted me to list them on the shop, then let me know. I still have to calculate how much they'll be, but they're not a lot. It's not gonna cost a lot of money. They're fairly cheap. So if you wanted me to list these 2-ounce shaker bottles that I'm using today, then let me know and I'll try and get them up today. All right, so that's it. So far, this is the first layer. So let me just this is the first layer of what the buffalo plaid looks like. There's a few areas here that I didn't quite get with the Mod Podge. You can see that there's some areas that are sort of like see-through. You can still see the stainless steel through. However, it doesn't look as bad. Like I said, when you put your main color on here, it kind of ties everything in. So what I will do now after this dries, I usually put this to the side. So I think I'm gonna go and grab my gold glitter so I can show you what it's gonna look like with the gold band here down at the bottom. And then we'll end the live, and what I'm gonna do is go over and do my second coat of glitter. So I'll go in with the same paintbrush and do every square, start with the black, start with the mixed color, and then go in again with the red and just darken up these colors here. And then once we add the epoxy, this baby is going to freaking sparkle and shine. So let me just put this to the side. I'm gonna just put this red glitter back, go and grab my gold. We'll do the band at the bottom, and then we'll be done with this tutorial. And I will be sure to show you guys either in the group, and also I'll post an update here on YouTube on what the tumbler looks like when it has its second coat of glitter on there. So I wasn't expecting to do a band of gold. It was a last minute decision. So let me just run into the office and grab me some gold glitter, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I went and got my gold, and the gold, these are old shaker bottles I used to put in here. You can even see this is my old logo from when we first started. So this, I originally had it called metallic gold. This is now called treasure on the shop. And I hate these shakers. I don't remember where I got them from, but I'm gonna just transfer it into this shaker bottle right now, just because it's easier to use. So this is called Treasure. This is our gold metallic glitter. You can find this in the Etsy shop. It's gonna be under the name Treasure now. And before I open it, that's what it looks like. You can see here. Super pretty, metallic, extra fine glitter. Super pretty. So we're gonna just open it up. I went and grabbed a fatter paintbrush. This is the ideal softness I prefer. I did have one like this in this size. I don't know what I did with it. I might have thrown it away, but usually these are the type of bristles that I like to use when I'm doing the buffalo plaid. It helps me get a crisper line, softer line. And I get this at Walmart. And you can find all the sizes in this type of bristle at Walmart. So I'm gonna just remove this tape over here. You can see you have a nice stainless steel line. A lot of people like to just leave it stainless steel, bring their epoxy down and kind of like just leave it bald here. I don't want to do that. I don't like doing that. I like having my entire tumbler covered in glitter. So I am going to just dip my paintbrush here in this Mod Podge, get it nicely covered. Okay, and then I'm gonna just go, we're gonna cover the bottom, so I'm gonna just go along the edge here. Bringing it up as close to the edge as I can while keeping it even. Like I said, all these bald spots you see, we're gonna go in with a second coat of glitter, so that's not a big deal like most tumblers, especially when you're going in with the Mod Podge, which is why a lot of people don't like using Mod Podge, because you have to kind of go in with 2-3 coats sometimes just to get the ideal coverage. A lot of people love, especially me, I like going in with a base layer of epoxy to apply my glitter, but that's a little bit more difficult to do when you're doing a pattern like this. So Mod Podge is usually the way to go, even though it's a little bit more tedious and takes a lot more time. So that's it. Okay, so we got that on. Gonna grab my treasure from Elle's Glitter and sprinkle it on. And that's that. The bottom is nice and covered. You can see how high of a coverage this treasure is. Super high coverage. Not worried about that. We're gonna go take it outside and blow it out. Let's go outside and check this baby out in the sun. I'm gonna grab you guys here. Don't mind any mess you may see in the background. Let's go take this little gem outside. Ready to go? Come on. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. All right, so we're going outside. Let's see this sparkle and shine. Mind you, I still have to add another layer of glitter just to make the glitter really sparkle and shine, but this is what we have right now. Oh, I love it. I told you guys it would come all together once we were done and we added all the colors. It always looks such a hot mess in the beginning, but it really just fits together nicely when you have all the pieces of the puzzle together. So that's it for this live. Like I said, I'm still gonna go in and over these colors with a second coat of glitter, then I'll go and add my resin. I hope you guys really enjoyed this live with all of the chaos in the background. I really hope you still enjoyed it. I hope you liked this tutorial and you learned a little bit of something, I'm going to definitely do more of these. So maybe I'll go live again and do a different color. And yeah, I'll see you guys in our next video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, then please subscribe to my channel. We have a lot more videos upcoming and a lot more lives planned for you guys. Love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.